door. I held my breath. The house felt like it was closing in on me, suffocating me. The footsteps didn't move away, though. They just stopped. It was as if someone was standing there, waiting. Minutes passed. The air grew colder. I couldn't move, couldn't speak, just lay there, eyes wide, frozen in terror. Then, without warning, the door creaked open, just a crack. I could barely make out a shape in the darkness, a figure standing just inside the doorway. My pulse raced as I tried to scream, but nothing came out. The figure didn't move, it just stood there, its presence filling the room with an overwhelming sense of dread. Finally, the figure stepped forward, the door now fully open. It was the old woman. But something was horribly wrong. Her face was pale, too pale, with deep, hollow eyes that stared at me with unnatural intensity. Her mouth hung open slightly, as if in a half-smile, but there was nothing warm or kind about it. Her body looked distorted, as though she had been twisted, stretched unnaturally. She was bent at an odd angle, like a marionette with the strings pulled too tight. And then she spoke, her voice not like before, but deep, guttural, and inhuman. "Why didn't you listen?" she whispered. I wanted to run, but my body wouldn't obey. She took another step, her eyes fixed on mine. The shadows around her seemed to shift and move, like they were alive. Suddenly, a horrible, raspy laugh echoed through the room. I couldn't tell where it came from, but it felt like it was coming from everywhere, surrounding me, filling my chest with pure terror. I finally found the strength to move. I leapt out of bed, scrambling for the door, but before I could reach it, the figure lunged at me, her twisted hand grabbing my wrist. Her grip was cold, like ice, and I could feel my life force draining away with every second. The last thing I heard before the darkness took over was that laugh. That terrible, hollow laugh. I woke up in the guest room, alone. The house was silent again. The storm had passed. But there was something different. The room felt colder, emptier. And as I glanced around, I noticed something that wasn't there before, a single photo frame, sitting on the nightstand. I picked it up. It was a picture of me. My face was pale, my eyes wide in terror, and I was standing in the very room I had just woken up in. But behind me, just over my shoulder, was the old woman, her eyes hollow, her twisted smile stretching across her face. I dropped the photo, my blood running cold. And then, as I turned to leave, I heard her voice again, soft and whispering from somewhere just behind me. "You didn't think you'd escape, did you?"